Welcome to Nicholas 11x12. Today I'm looking at the Aerocool XPredator 750GM semi-modular 80+ gold certified 750W power supply. This is a relatively affordable PSU for an 80+ gold certification and 750 watts. It comes in at a price of about $87 US. Not too long ago I've reviewed Aerocool 750M, a similar power supply with two major differences though, 80+ bronze efficiency and a lower price point of course. In this video we'll see if it's worth it to pay more for this 750GM or not. Thank you very much Aerocool for continually sending me products to test out, such as this one. In the box is the power supply unit itself, black modular flat ribbon cables, the power cord, 4 black PSU screws, and last but not least, some safety reminders. Very nice. Just like the 750M, this Aerocool 750GM is a single rail PSU too and offers a continuous power output of 750 watts. As the model name already suggests, the 750GM is rated at 80+ gold efficiency, which kinda lives up to the standard of 2015 and 2016. So we are talking of an efficiency of about 92%. To keep everything nice and cool, an apparently silent 120mm fan takes care of that. This unit features active PFC, allows for an input voltage of 100 to 240 volts, and comes with fancy protections such as OVP, UVP, OPP, SCP, and SIP. Not too bad for a start, but I'd like to see more in 2016, but then again, we have to factor in the lower pricing of this unit. When it comes to outputs, the plus 12 volt rail is offering 62 amps, therefore 744 watts. The plus 5 and plus 3.3 volt rails both offer 20 amps respectively, that result in a combined power output of 100 watts. Although the aesthetics of these XPredator power supplies do not appeal to me as much as certain other PSUs in the market, I'll remain fair and say it's okay. After all, this is a power supply geared for gamers that are on a bit of a tighter budget, and also it's a thing of preference. Like the 750M, the 750GM conforms with the ATX form factor and is just as compact and measures only 140mm in length too. On the rear, ventilation holes, power input, and the power switch. I'm sure you've noticed this isn't a fully modular design, but a semi-modular one, which is totally fine and pretty good at that price point. Directly attached to the PSU is the 20+4 pin and 4+4 pin EPS 12V cable. These cables are nylon braided and come in at decent lengths, although just a bit longer ones would have been very nice. The modular cables feature that modern flat ribbon cable design I like so much. We get a good amount of connectors. Altogether, this XPredator 750GM comes with the 20+4 pin, a single 4+4 pin EPS 12V, 8 SATA, 4 Molex, a single floppy, and 4 6+2 pin PCIe power connectors. Pretty good all in all for a 750 watt power supply. The lengths of these cables are okay too, maybe a bit short at times, but for the vast majority of PC cases it's totally fine. Now let's take a glance on the internal components of the 750GM to basically determine the quality of the PSU. Warning, opening up power supplies and touching any of the components inside can be extremely dangerous. Just like the 750M, the OEM behind this platform remains to be HEC. HEC clearly is not a best choice, but certainly a much better choice than Anderson, that's for sure. And considering the lower price point of $87, that's still pretty good I'd say. We find that DC to DC VRM here too, and that does lead to better voltage regulation, stability, as well as efficiency. As with the 750M, the same exact fan is used here too, the Dongguan Shenyu ZY120 2512SH 120mm fan. Where I immediately see a difference between the bronze model 750M and the 750GM Gold is the use of components. The 750GM here clearly makes use of better components, which does not come unexpected since we're looking at an 80+ gold rated unit. I've spotted capacitors by Capzon and AsiaX from China. Sure, overall one could wish for better ones, preferably Japanese ones, but then again, that would lead to an increased price. So it's fine as it is. Of course, I've also ran some voltage stability tests and the results turned out to be pretty good, noticeably better than with the 750M bronze. And to give you a better idea on how much the power supply efficiency can affect your power bill, I've tested Aerocool 750GM against the 750M. In my case, 50 watts less is pretty impressive. Of course, the more power your system draws, the higher the efficiency. That's why we hardly get to see any difference on idle. 80 plus gold indeed is something I wish to see on the XPredator 750M. I'm glad Aerocool released this 750GM. I think it suits 2016 standard a lot better, even in this lower price range. The Aerocool XPredator 750GM is a fairly solid power supply. Sure, you know me, I'd rather pay a bit more for the PSU, but hey, for people that are in a tight budget, by no means can I say this is a bad product. It performs well, runs perfectly stable, it's efficient, and very important as well, it's priced well at just $87. So we indeed are talking of a good price-performance ratio here. While the choice of components may not be the best, I'm not too concerned here. These should easily last you a couple of years. Something that bothers me though are the protections. Security is an important aspect as well, just in case something went wrong. This 750GM does have protections, don't get me wrong, but certainly not all the bells and whistles we're used to see in many other units. Although we can't expect too much at $87. When it comes to the fan, it runs very quiet. Once you stress the PSU, it gets a bit louder, but I wouldn't call it loud at all. However, some would do so. But yeah, I can definitely recommend the Aerocool XPredator 750GM 750W power supply. Unfortunately, despite a good pricing, this unit does not deserve my gold award. It's a near miss actually. I'm giving it my silver award. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and visit my website to see videos there earlier than on YouTube.